It's a meta ad. So you go on the dashboard, you see the dashboard, and then you say, okay, it's not working, but you don't end up losing it. You don't say, no, I won't use meta ads anymore. You keep on trying, you keep on doing. So this entire period we tested, and the way you're seeing the graph is going up, this is where with the complete custom events we have implemented. So all the exclusions are very important. Control is very important. Data reading is very important. Namaskaram, Bengaluru. Let's get back to Ads Manager, I guess. Okay, so I'll keep it very simple. We'll talk about how I got CustomerLabs, what we were doing before, and what we did after we got CustomerLabs. So as you can see, it's a simple case study of an imitation jewelry brand. What we did in January and February sales. And everyone, I guess, you know about the February Metapixel crash that happened on the 7th of Feb, where it was over-reporting and AOV dropped. So it was creating an over-reporting. Suddenly, the 1 week ad spend was spent in 4 hours and for just before Valentine week, and it was a havoc for most of the marketers. So that havoc you can see is there. So as you can see, I guess it's not very clear. So this is, I guess, Pedro, can you just zoom it out? Zoom it out a little bit. Okay, so you can see that anomaly is there. So this is where we got in touch with CustomerLabs. So the brand was doing 3.3 ROAS. Now, a lot of us talk about ki bhai hame ROAS, we want ROAS, we want this, we want that. So generally brands only concern is ROAS. So this is a real case study. So the ad spend is around 10,23,000 and we tried everything. This is 2-month ad spend. We did around 34 lakh of revenue. But the ROAS was 3.3. So brand is very happy with 2.4, 2.3, 2.5, something like that. But that is not the picture. The picture is that RTO is 24%, which is reality for majority of the brands. They cannot control RTO. They cannot control the COD. In this case, the COD was 45%. So COD, 50% of the COD will turn into RTO. That is for reality. And that's where the brands lose money. No, irrespective of how fast you scale, how hard you scale, you will lose money there. So we did this brand and we tried to scale it, but then again, the problem was there. So we implemented CustomerLabs and we did very few things. So these are the custom events that we created, which Vishnu and Shubhro talked in the very beginning, dog. So it's an imitation jewelry brand. All products are close to 1,000 to 1,100 rupees AOV. And you can see, so this is the first custom event is CL purchase, which is CustomerLab purchase, which is next to standard purchase event. Second is a prepaid purchase event. Third is the CL COD purchase event, where we want to track whether it's a COD order or not. Fourth is a glowing necklace. So this brand has a very specific product called a glowing necklace. So we wanted to optimize sales for that particular product. So we created that. Then it comes, is something in fashion called the Morse code necklace. Women and the audience, they might be knowing, you can wear your lover's name or your boyfriend's name using a Morse code. So your father and if you're having an affair, your husband will not know. So there's a Morse code necklace and there's a Morse code bracelet as well. So we created multiple custom events and then we started testing them. So you can see the eCommerce score for each of these events is above 9. Now we started testing these events. CL purchase didn't work for me. It was first week. Along the other campaigns I started, didn't work for me. Brand started getting crazy. Naman, it's not working. I'm not paying. I said, okay, don't pay. I started testing another custom event, didn't work. Then, Naman, I'm not paying. It's not working. Then I moved to the third purchase event, which is Morse code. It started working and it started working really well for us. Then we tested another. So let's say 200 people are there in this room. And 200 of you end up taking CustomerLabs. I assure you 199 of you will say that this product is not working for me. Reason, you will not spend enough time to learn this product. It's like a mathematical equation. The moment you will end up solving it, it will come with a new problem of its own. So it's like it's a meta ad. So you go on the dashboard, you see the dashboard, and then you say, okay, it's not working, but you don't end up losing it. You don't say, no, I won't use meta ads anymore. You keep on trying, you keep on doing. Just because it's paid, you just say, I don't want to use it. But keep on using it till the time it's not solving your problem, and it will solve. So how we use these things? So These are specifically designed for specific products, specific landing pages. I'm not getting into technicals because you already know since the starting we are talking about all that. So we started testing this and it's really worked. Now, alongside that, we started excluding audience at the top funnel level, which is this audience, which we created inside CustomerLabs, which Vishnu was telling. You can map the audience to your Meta Ads Manager. So this audience is people who viewed our particular product or the entire catalog 2 times, or rather more than 2 times, added to cart, but didn't purchase from a particular date. And we keep refreshing this data every 7th day, depending how frequent refreshes I personally want. And I excluded this audience at the control level only in the top funnel. I did not exclude any website visitors, any add to cart, any website conversions. So for top level, only this was the one exclusion, that too only when we started spending above 40,000 now per day. So now what this did, it bought me a fresh audience on day-to-day basis of a very high intent audience who wants to purchase, but at the same time, excluding the audience who has a high intent, but still do not want to buy. And I retarget them using a retargeting as well as a retention campaign. So we do 4 campaigns in a particular ad account. 2 is a top level campaign. 1 is a retargeting campaign, which generally has your engaged audience or something. And 1 is a retention campaign, which is purely for your past customers. And we do our own ways. So this is how we started doing it. Now, this was the result from March to May. As you can clearly see, so our sales, now if you see overall, we reduced the RTO to merely 6% because we created campaigns which was specifically, we gave meta signals, we tested everything. So mid-February, we started testing. And if you go back, you can see, so see, here, this is where the anomaly was detected. And then we started testing with CustomerLabs. So this entire period we tested, and the way you're seeing the graph is going up, this is where with the complete custom events we have implemented. And that's where the graph started testing. And I knew, okay, this was not working and this is working. So now this is the result from March to May, another 3 months. So we quadrupled our ad spend. We quadrupled the revenue. We reduced the RTO to merely 6%. For any person who is running a brand, for all the marketers who are here, trust me, this is something where your money actually is. If your RTO is under 10%, you will make money. Profit on ad spend, which we are saying, this is where the profit is. COD is merely 9% because we are pushing towards more prepaid orders. So by this time, prepaid orders were also in the focus. Now, if you go into the ads manager level, you can see we can track individual custom events. So this is CL glowing purchase, that is Morse code necklace purchase, and that is Morse code bracelet purchase. So you can see individual campaigns are designed for individual products, and each one of them can be tracked there. Based on that, we improved the prepaid by almost 70%. So this is the reality. Now, if you see overall ROAS drop, so we were earlier doing 3.3. That is what they say, okay, we are doing 3.3, but now we are doing 2.8. So that's a 0.5 down. But in reality, we improved the net ROAS by 0.2. That's where the money is. This was the overall case study. So anybody who wants to scale, CustomerLabs is not something that you can take, pay $99 a month, plug into your system and expect, okay, today I'm at 3 and I will reach 4, 4.5 or 5. No, that's not going to happen. If that would have been the case, trust me, I would have been billionaire myself. So if you want to use this product, you need to understand what audience is. Now, let me give you one more example. In this particular case, we also tried high AOV purchases. This is high AOV, mid AOV, high purchase. So we classified based on spend. So we have combination of products that cost $15.99 to $18.88. So we put them into the category of 1,500 to 2,500 rupees price range. We said, okay, this is a low high AOV product. But since we were only getting 5% of those orders from the entire monthly pool, sorry, that event never picked up. So you have to understand, if you're creating a custom event, it should serve a particular purpose in a particular order. Now, let's say glowing necklace, Morse code necklace, and Morse code bracelet are of same prices. Will they work? Yes, they will work, but how? So we pulled the data out, and we realized, okay, glowing necklaces were only purchased by girls, 19 to 22 age, no more than that. Morse code was mostly given by boyfriends or people who are having affair with aunties, or like, please wear it, my name, hide it from your husband, and then same is with the bracelet. So we strategically placed ads for those people only, so that the cannibalization do not happen. So even if we are using the custom event, I'm making sure that no campaign will try to bid against each other. And that is what is very important for any brand who is running any sort of ad. You say ki bhai, Meta Andromeda says ki you have to test a lot of creatives. Now let me give you a very simple example. For example, you gave Meta Vada Pav ka photo, Vada Pav, and you said, okay, let's go and find me people who eat Vada Pav. Now Meta doesn't understand the difference between Vada Pav and burger. He will also sell it to the people who look for burger, because what's the difference between a Vada Pav and a burger? It's just I guess lettuce and a tomato. And people who are looking for burger they will show and end up seeing ads of Vada Pav. I also see ads from Aina brand. I don't even buy from Aina. So maybe somewhere I must have visited something. So meta algorithm, yeah, AI is working, but it is at a very nascent stage. And how will it develop? It will develop on our money. So unless the signals are clear, now going back to the original Vishnu's PPT, this is where the signal engineering is coming. I'm showing you the exact dashboard, how it works. I'm not getting into the technical part, anything else. So you have to craft the custom events precisely to understand which will work, which will not work. And then, just like Advantage Plus shopping campaign, which went away, how many of you scaled using Advantage Plus shopping campaign? So let's say you must have scaled it using, for example, you tested manual campaign testing. One particular ad, or like say out of 10, 4 ads gave you good, very 100 to 100 results. You copied those ads into the Advantage Plus shopping, and it gave you a fabulous result. You can't do testing in Advantage Plus shopping. Yes, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Same is with this. You have to give it a good amount of data to understand, okay, this is my audience. I might use prepaid event, but it will still bring me COD orders. So you can't say, I'm using prepaid event, but it's coming as a COD order, because data will come into the funnel. Learning phase will also be there. So everything will follow the same pattern. It's just the signal is more clean, and it will start at the top level funnel. So all the exclusions are very important. Control is very important. Data reading is very important. Okay, so this is where you can see we designed this particular campaign specifically for glowing, but it also gave us sales for Morse code and Morse code, but it was very less as compared to what we got for glowing. Same, as you can see, all those campaigns were specifically designed for different, and then we run retention and retargeting campaign specifically for purchase events only standard purchase event, no CL purchase, nothing. And sometimes when we want to test, we use standard purchase events. So it's not like you are totally dependent on custom events only. Custom events are there. If you want to use, you can use. If you don't, you can avoid it. There is no one standard method. Hari is there. I call him 11 in the night. I said, Hari, client is saying it's not working and he's not paying me, so I'm just switching it. He's like, bro, there is no one way. And then we had a good 1.5 hour call. 12:30 in the night, we cut the call and everything was fine. So he told me, ki, go back, solve this equation easily and cleanly, and then understand what data is coming and how you want to solve that data. And once you will be able to solve the data, then you have to come back to Meta to understand how you do marketing. So 1PD is one thing that you have to learn. Then alongside that, you have to learn how to do meta ads as well. So the combination of both will only work. One thing is not going to work. So it's not a plug and go thing. Now, this didn't just help us with getting better conversion. It also helped us social proof, like ad comments on ads, interaction on ads. It went 100x like this. So this was the overall result. And this, you can see, for the 4 lakh something PPT you can find in the community. 4 lakhs likes we got in this particular. We started using, you can say, the whitelisting of ads. How many of you know what is whitelisting ads? Only few. Okay, let me give you an understanding of whitelisting ads. So you know partnership ads, you know you run ads to somebody else. So whitelisting ad is something, for example, this girl is the founder's daughter. So she herself is an influencer. We added her ad account, her Instagram account into our ad account, into our business manager, and we started putting all the ads through her account, Instagram account, and it blew. 450,000 likes there and around 7,000 comments. Now this didn't just bring a lot of conversion through ads, it also got us 40 lakh rupees in organic sales, because it was creating a lot of followers, a lot of people who were engaging not just to ad, with the entire pages itself. So this is how you do advanced audience mapping and ads through custom events. I'm keeping it very simple. Any questions?